Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and it's getting all over the place already. Brad, what's up, man? Good morning. How we doing, man?
Good morning, AB. We're back. We got weekend football. We got other football, which I call American football. But all the sports are back. It's a good weekend. Let's get into the show.
Shout out to everybody that's betting football and other football this weekend. All right, big shout out to you. Now, Prince of Pick says, live bet alert already. I love it. All right, Arab Cup, first half. We got Jordan on the money line at plus 5 bills, bro. All right, quarter unit play. How we feeling on Jordan today?
That's all Prince. I have not looked into that one, I'll tell you.
Well, I was going to say, it's your tag team partner. I love you guys hitting it from every angle, baby. Let's go. And Prince, love it, man. Good to see you. All right, so, Brad, here's what we got to jump into from last night. If anybody fell asleep, guess what? The Falcons came back and won. I don't know how. I have no idea, but it didn't help us last night. So we end up going 2-3. All right. Bucks money line. We don't get that one. Bijan Robinson over 4.5 receptions. We definitely got that one. Kirk Cousins, he didn't throw a pick, but Baker did. All right. Baker, did not get rush attempts. And Mike Evans, we got that one pretty early. So, yeah, man, like credit to the Falcons, dude. Went out and won this game 29-28. Yeah, did you stay up and watch that whole thing last night?
I was sound asleep.
Shout out to the Falcons, man. Got the job done. The Bucks have now lost to the Saints and the Falcons in back-to-back weeks at home. What is happening to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They are dismantling in front of our eyes. Kyle Pitts went off last night. Dude, I don't know. We were breaking it down. Hey, and Japan is actually watching this show live from a plane. So shout out to Japan. All right, have a good weekend, man. Go have some fun, man. Japan, awesome, man. Good to see you. All right. So, yeah, that was yesterday, man. 2 out of 3 is what it is. Now, here's the other problem, Brad. Okay. Now, I can't speak of the world of football, but in the world of other football, we don't have a lot of it. Not a lot going on. In fact, there's zero today. In fact, there's not a lot of anything going on today. Kind of been the story of the week. So let me just show you with the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. Where are you going? Okay. College basketball, Texas plus 14.5. Against UConn minus 14.5. You got to go with the over 145.5. You're going with the under 145.5. Brad, you want ranked games in college basketball? Guess what? Go to sleep and wake up tomorrow because you got one. This is it. Where are you going? Texas or UConn here?
In a blowout? Man.
Are UConn just off a hard-fought win over Florida? Okay. So, I don't know if that plays into it or not.
I'll take the under.
Good call. Smart play. Smart play. So, that's what we've got today. Okay? It's going to be a tight day. All right. Let's jump into it here with the picks. Brad, you brought it today. You came strong. That's why I love you. Let's get into it, the picks. All right. I left it here as you have, and you sent it to me so that I don't mess anything up. So I'm just going to get out of your way, big dog. Let it rip.
Yeah, a lot of weird letters in weird places in some of these names, but we're going to the second division of Germany, the Germany 2 Bundesliga, in a match at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. So coming up here in just 2.5 hours. We got a bet split between Dynamo Dresden taking on Eintracht Braunschweig. Both teams to score at minus 150 and the over 2.5 at minus 112. We're taking that again on a bet split. It's a 1-unit split, giving us a minus 30, 131 total odds probability in case only one of those sides come in case we stall at 1-1 or 3-0 or 4-0 or something like that. This is just how I expect to see this game, specifically with this home team who's now scored in 36 of 43 and conceded an 8 18 straight. That's every match this season, playing a team who's also scoring regularly and conceding insanely regularly, 24 of their last 27, but they're an away team conceding team, and they're away today with Dresden being a home scoring team. Dresden has conceded multiple goals in most of their matches this season. We expect multiple goals. We expect both teams to score. So we're just going to take it on that bet split, nice and easy, giving us that -131. Again, that's both teams to score the over 2.5 in the second division of German football, Germany 2 Bundesliga at 11:30 a.m. Central Time.
We're getting this one started early, eh?
Little bit early today.
I love it. I love it. Now, is this WCW Hero of Wrestling Dresden? Dresden. All right. We got Dresden versus Braunschweig. All right. So we got the both teams to score and the over 2.5. That's how we're getting down, right?
How we're getting down today.
Okay. Now, in the chat, all right, we got 2 big birthdays. Matty boy, happy birthday, bro. Big happy birthday. And our man Trent Wade, happy birthday to him, too. All right, December 12th, a big one here in the DTL crew. So there we go. Emilio said, morning, crew. Morning, buddy. Addison said, grinding. Dude, love it. And you know what I want when I like it. All right. All right, Brad, well done. Now, here we go. Like I said, there's not a lot here, okay? There's just isn't. So, Brad, for you, it's Memphis Grizzlies time, all right? Time to get down with the Grizz, baby. We're holding it down for Memphis. So, I say that. What'd you say?
G&G, grit and grind.
Grit and grind, baby. All right. Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes, -105 of the Mavericks. Jimmy Butler. All we need is 1 3. All right. Hey, I'll tell you what. Cheers to it. Cheers. All right. 1 3 from Jimmy B tonight. That's it. We just need 1 and it plus money. Now, finally, Brad, this is why I want to get down. This is why I wore the hat just for you. 76ers money line. Grizzlies money line. Let's go. -110. You feeling the Grizz tonight?
Is it FedEx Forum tonight? Down in old Memphis? Yeah. They're much better at home.
Let me check. Keep going. Keep talking.
Yeah, much better at home, the Grizz, in front of their home fans. They usually show out. They like the team a lot. There's not a lot to do in Memphis. So outside of those sports teams, so get in there for the Grizz. Yeah, they're winning tonight.
There we go. Yeah, I got it at the bottom here. I just want to make sure we had the right information. Yeah, Grizzlies at home, 7.5 point favorite, total of 241.5, live from Brad's second home, the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee, baby. I love it. All right, so had to rep the Grizzlies today. All right, now let me get back to the picks. And Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes, -105. Jimmy Butler, 1 + 3 +105. And then the 76ers money line, Grizzlies money line. All right. Look at this. Jordan's already up 1-0 in the Arab Cup. Look at Prince, baby. All right, let's keep it going, man. Jinxie, what's up, baby? Good to see you. AB3 with the Bucks +3.5. Told ya. Hey, that's a good look right there. Great look, bro. Great look. Yeah, look, Prince, here we go. Go! Or Jordan, baby. 1-0 Jordan leads, 42nd minute, 3+ minutes left in the first half. You beautiful son of a gun. Greg said, AB, Snickers ice cream bar or Reese's cups out of the freezer? Ooh, great question. Great question. 2 heavyweight 1 seeds here. Look, I'm going with the Reese's cup, but it's closer than we think. Where are you going? I look on your face. You going Snickers?
Ooh, that Snickers ice cream bar is insane. It's actually one of the best ice creams that you can get. Quick and it's easy, portable, right? It doesn't melt all over you. It's got everything in it.
It really does. Snickers ice cream bar is fire. There's just something with Reese's. I don't know. They just have it down. Reese's just has it down. Not that Snickers doesn't. All right. I'm a huge Snickers guy. Love it. Right. It's a hearty candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a meal. No Chill said, AB. First off, everybody like, subscribe. to No Chill Sports Media for sure. AB, would you take Jimmy Butler over 1.5 threes? Yeah, that's as far as I'd go. And understand 1 3 is plus 105, right? So I mean, we're gambling on one. You know what I mean? If it were me, I would play them both instead of banking everything on Butler to get 2. I'd play Butler at 1, and I would play Butler at 2, right? So that even if you don't get 2, you at least you got there at 1. You know what I mean? So, but I don't hate it. Like I think that I think he's gonna be shooting a little bit tonight, especially against the opponent that they're facing. All right. So we'll break that down. But yeah, I don't hate it, man. Zach said, shout out to Prince of Picks and Luffy Mingo getting the club last night with Tuck Tuck. Yes, absolutely. That was huge. Huge, huge, huge. Oh, no chill. It's 3-point attempts. My bad. Apologies. I thought you meant 3-point made. 3-point attempts. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. That's a great look. What is that at? Great look. Addison, Girl Scout Thin Mints out of the freezer, goated. You could, dude. I am all in on Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies. Like there are a lot of them, and we could go through the Mount Rushmore because that's a heavyweight fight in its own. But Thin Mints for me, that's my number one. What's your number one Girl Scout cookie?
Definitely a Thin Mint.
Yeah. Now, again, they've got multiple 1 seeds. You know what I mean? And shout out to the Girl Scouts. They have been bringing heat for decades. Like this is a blue blood institution in America. And they just keep coming every year. They're a 1 seed in the tournament every year. You see them popping up like outside Kroger, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get some 10 minutes today. Yeah, and they go right to the freezer, too. All right, that's been food talk here. So, again, all right. Got your picks. Got my picks in. Maddie is in. Said, good morning, gang. Good morning, Maddie. Good to see you, boy. Now, all right, Brad, let's do it one more time, and then let's go through some other stuff here. All right, so we got WCW legend Dresden, all right, against Braunschweig here. All right, what do we got?
We got Dresden taking on Eintracht Braunschweig. We're looking for that both teams to score and that over 2.5 goals, but we're taking it on the bet split, giving us that minus 131 odds probability just in case one of those sides doesn't come in. We do like that over 2.5, but it's possible it stalls at that 1-1, and that's at 11:30 a.m. Central Time, so just over 2 hours away.
Nice. Beautiful work. All right. Okay. I am on Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes, Jimmy Butler 1+3, and then the 76ers money line and the Grizzlies money line at minus 110. Now, more to get to here. Bradley, weekend goal scores. Talk to us, bro. What do we got?
Yes, sir. We got 2 familiar names this weekend. Nobody is surprised to see these two. First, we're headed to Spain's La Liga. Our boy Kylian of Mbappe, minus 118 is a surprise line, but Real Madrid has been struggling. He hasn't scored in as many of his previous games coming into this, but he's Kylian. Give him a shot. He's going to look to bury it, especially against a team like Deportivo Alaves, way out of their league. Real Madrid needs a bounce back. And Erling Haaland in the Premier League. Who doesn't love Sterling Erling? He's taken on Crystal Palace, our favorite non-drug playing team over in the English Premier League. Man City's away from home, which is why you're going to get a much better number on Erling to play. But it's la da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da. Erling Haaland, he plays for City, and he came to score on you. Erling Haaland, he plays for City. He came to score, score. Erling Haaland, he plays for City. And he came to score on you. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Dude, if you had that going on in the fan section for you, who would not be all over that? Little Bela Ciao. Shout out Erling Haaland. Shout out Kylian Mbappe. Shout out the weekend goal scorers. Let's smash it.
Yes. All right. So, dude, that one was a banger. All right. Hold on to that one. All right. Dude, that's Brad's version. We've heard Taylor's version. All right. I want Brad's version. And then number 2, okay? Look, Kylian Mbappe is an awesome name, right? But Kylian of Mbappe sounds like the most royal soccer name I've ever heard. Again, Kylian Mbappe, top tier, goated name. But I heard it and I was like, Kylian of Mbappe. Now that sounds like, oh, it's all over. Your lands are taken. Your castles are burned. Kylian of Mbappe has arrived. All right, it's too much soccer for me. Look, I start watching soccer, I want to take over stuff. All right, watch out, Liechtenstein. Look out. I don't know what that meant. Shout out to everybody from Liechtenstein. All right, we got no issues. We're good. All right. Okay. Applesauce brain. All right, Bradley, well done again, man. And dude, hang on to that song too, because again, banger. No chill. AB, I found that Jimmy Butler 1.5 3-point attempts on Prize Picks. I paired it with his over half of a 3-point attempt and Clay's over 2.5 3-point attempts. No chill. Beautiful look. Beautiful look. Tony, bets, cookies, and singing. YouTube never going to figure this show out. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. That's what I love about it. All right, Bradley. Now, here's what we said. Not a lot of college basketball, okay? You want a ranked game? Well, I'll give you a ranked game because that's all you got. Okay, you got 5th ranked UConn. Them boys. All right, up there in Hartford, the Hartford. We pay out insurance claims. All right. Yeah. Texas going up to Hartford, Connecticut here. Now, here's the deal. I've watched Texas. They ain't that good. They're all right. I'm not speaking negative. I mean, I think any Texas fan would say, not our best team that we've had, right? But 7-3, and you know you're going to get Texas fight. You always going to get that. UConn, 5th ranked team in the country, 9-1 on the year, 14.5-point favorites. Friday night, home crowd, total of 145.5. Brad, I don't know. I'll say this. Texas fight is a thing, and they're going to get it tonight. You know what you're going to get with that coach and that team. It's like you going in to fight some Marines. I mean, that's what it's like, man. So you were talking about the under 145.5. I don't hate that at all. UConn coming off big win against Florida. They had to fight in that one. I keep using that word, but that's what these two teams do, especially UConn. I mean, it's a war. Now, let's think about this. What do we have to get an over? So 76-70, right? That gets us to 146. Yeah. The question is, do we have a back and forth affair leading to an over? Or, and just using the number that the books give us, let's assume UConn leads this game, let's just say by 14 points throughout. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine the game started, UConn's up 14-0, and then it was just back and forth, right? But UConn's always ahead. If UConn's ahead by an average of 10 points, roughly, that changes things. UConn slows down, right? This one's tough. Yeah, Tony, I'd take Texas in the points. I don't disagree. 15 points. I mean, again, look, UConn can hammer Texas. I'm just saying it. Texas is not that good of a basketball team. Again, no disrespect. Like we're just talking ball, right? UConn can absolutely cover this number, but 15 points in college basketball. There's so many more ways to the under than there is to the over. You know what I mean? Like you could play this game 10 times. I bet the under would come in 7, like 6 or 7, right? But those other 3 will get you. It's tough, man. And Texas has another problem. They can run into spots where they can't score. And they can give up points, right? Yeah, Brian, Texas with a backdoor cover. It wouldn't surprise me. Here's the other. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, Brad,
so many points. I mean, it could be almost a 17-point game. You can just hit a last-second no-brainer, no reason 3.
Yep. Oh, it could definitely happen. And let me tell you this too, Emilio. However you feel about this game, wait for the run and bet it live. That's a great point. And I'll say this as well. And let me bring this back up so we have reference to what we're talking about. Okay. I'll say this as well. If the game is remotely close and UConn is up, let's say UConn's up 5 with 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. Let's say 3 minutes. UConn up 5 with 3 minutes left. Okay. The minute that Texas starts fouling UConn, which is standard operating procedure, UConn will begin fouling Texas. No joke. Because they will absolutely play off the factor. All right, if you want to get in this free throw battle here, right? Because if Texas is down, they need to stop the clock so UConn can't run it out and get the ball back. The way to do that is foul and send them to the line. But when you do that, you're giving them 2 free throws. So what am I getting at? You could see the last 3 minutes of this game of just free throw on all both sides. Because guess what? If Texas is up 5, goes down and hits 2 free throws, now they're up 7. Guess what? Instead of letting Texas, hit a 3, they just foul you. So now you're stuck in the same thing that you're trying to do to them. They're doing it to you. And now you can't shoot threes. You could only shoot free throws, and you're going to miss some. Because now you've got to hit 2 shots to get 2 points instead of 1 shot to hit 3 points. You see what I'm saying? So UConn will use that strategy against you. But with that strategy comes a lot of points with the clock not running. Okay? They don't do it every game, but if they get caught in that scenario where Texas starts fouling them because UConn's up, UConn will foul them right back. It's a very smart strategy when applied correctly. Because you essentially take Texas out of the game. Now it comes down to, can you hit 85% of your free throws for 2 minutes, right? It becomes practice. And that's exactly what that's what Hurley wants, right? It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant strategy. And he's saying, all right, I think I can shoot free throws better than you. Right, you want to do this? Let's go. And then you're in prison because now you're not even playing basketball. You're just having a free throw contest. And they might be better than you. Probably are. It's fascinating. And that's only a strategy that could happen in the last 3 minutes of the game, but could absolutely make the difference between an over and an under because you're getting 2 minutes of just free throws constantly. You know what I mean? Prince, boom. If I could be like Mike, live bet smash Jordan first half money line plus 500. Great job, dude. 10 days straight without a losing day in the Arab Cup bets. Prince, unfreaking believable, bro. Well done, man. Proud of you. And everybody here thanks you. Nice job, man. All right. So, Brad, I'm going to throw it over to you, man. Let's talk some soccer. I can't see the board, but you just let it rip. What do you got?
Yeah, we've talked about a couple clubs this week, and we're going to close it out in a very similar fashion. We've talked about Bayern Munich, talked about Barcelona, and now let's head over to the Netherlands. And instead of talking about the women's side with PSV, there's another side with PSV that's hitting at a much, much higher rate. You've got the top flight of PSV in the Netherlands Eredivisie, absolutely smashing that over 2.5. They are a consistent performer, one of the top over teams in Europe, especially at home. Over 2.5 now has come in 35 of their last 43 matches. That's 82%. And they also trend that 3.5. When they hit 2.5, above 80% of the time they get to that 3.5. So you're looking at that over 3 live, knowing, hey, you have a great chance to cash, especially the same with their second division, the Young PSV, which is the Young PSV. That's how they say it over in the Netherlands, JONG. They're in action today. They've now hit over 2.5 goals in 30 of their last 36, which is 83%, and they're trending the over 3.5 in above 80% as well. So when you see PSV, whether it be the top flight or the second division, the young team, smash that over 3 or over 2.5 live.
That young team. Let's go. Dude, and we got the second divizzy in there too.
You got the divizzy.
Kids took all my divizzy. I love it, man. Zach says, and Brad, great job, by the way, obviously. Zach, as a Texas fan, I don't think they cover today. UConn is in a completely different tier right now compared to Texas. I agree. And that's much more eloquently put than I did. Zach, well done. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's nothing against Texas, obviously. UConn's just a better team. And, 14.5 points. Duh. Oh, thanks for the info, AB. Einstein. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Zach, well said on that. Yeah, you said it better than I did. Now, here's the other problem, Brad. We don't have many games in the NBA either, okay? This is what we got. Bulls at the Hornets. You want some of this? 9-14 Bulls, 7-17 Hornets. Bulls minus 3.5 on the road. Total of 230.5. Tread lightly, my friend. All right. Hawks and the Pistons. Pistons a 7.5 point favorite. Total 233.5. This could be a good game.
The 19-5 Detroit Pistons. That's got to be a typo, AB. You must have messed something up there because there's no way that's possible.
Motor City Madness, baby. It's Pistons fever. Catch it.
Man, I've actually been to the Pistons stadium. I think did it move recently? It was out in the middle of nowhere. Legit nowhere.
Dude, what a logo, too. Let me pull this full screen real quick. What a logo. Man, just big shout out. Big shout out to the Detroit Pistons. Now, I know you being a Cleveland guy, there's bloodline, rivalry for life. But, yeah, I agree with you. All right. This is going to be a good game. Decent game here. What do we do here? Pacers, 6-18, fighting back now. All right. Brian said, Brad, you must have been at the Palace at Auburn Hills.
I was going to say Auburn Mills, but I was like, that's not right. I know it's something like that. Yeah, Auburn Hills. Yeah.
Malice at the Palace. I remember where I was when that went down. I was sitting watching the game next to a girl named Katie. I won't say her last name. Shout out, though. I'm fairly certain she's not watching. And I didn't mean that like weird. I remember it. I remember like the house that I was at, the game was on and I was just like, wait, what? Is this really happening? Oh, they're in the stands fighting. Anyways, shout out to that. All right. 76ers. So we got the 76ers on the money line. Okay. With your look at that Grizzlies logo. That dude, we've been talking about Bears. There's a lot of grizzly bears in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
They're just coming out of the Mississippi River, bro. All right. Cavaliers and the Wizards. Cavs are a 14.5 point favorite on the road against the 3-19 Washington Wizards. Total 242.5. What do you think here? We riding the Cavs 14.5 on the road?
Give me that under.
Yeah.
I like the Cavs unders because even when it gets out to a stretched game, it's like there is this point of the match. I don't even know. Sometimes it's the second quarter, sometimes it's the third, but it just goes stale. Like brick, like what's his name for Tennessee? Butch Jones, just brick by brick by brick.
A Butch Jones reference. Nice. Keep going. Yeah, you pulled that out. That was awesome. Well done. Japan said, AB, will you have a play on Army-Navy game? Yeah, tomorrow. No doubt. And Army-Navy, what an awesome game. I love that it gets its own Saturday. All right. Jazz and the Grizz here. Brad, your second home. Memphis is 7.5-point favorite. We have Memphis on the money line with the 76ers. Okay. We're going money line 2-leg NBA parlay tonight. As Brian says, there are so many bad NBA teams. Correct. This has not been the best start to an overall audience like engagement season. Hasn't been great. But, all right, Christmas Day is always like, that's the real start of the NBA season. So these are not NBA Cup games either, obviously. We're in the semifinals there. Semifinals. All right. Anyways. All right, Ja Morant. The question is Ja coming back tonight? Now, here's the deal with Ja. I almost bet him over 19.5 points. You know why? Because
he's a gunslinger, maybe?
Yeah.
Loves to shoot the ball.
Loves it. Like, and for real, like, both pun intended and unintended. He usually goes off. Now, Maddie, Ja Morant over 6.5 assists. I'm in. Are you're giving it like I'm in? I didn't play Morant on points. I almost did. I almost did. But you know what? I like this one more. Yeah, keep an eye on Ja tonight. But he might not even play. So
yeah, he can shoot with the best of them. So I love that over.
Well,
shout out Matty Ice.
All right, Nets and the Mavs. All right. Yeah, Zach Edey out for a month or longer. Yeah. All right. We got Klay Thompson here. We need two threes? 3 threes? 2 threes. Again, as Brian said, there are some bad NBA teams. Nets are 6-17, Mavs 9-16. Do with it what you will. Okay. I'm going to play Klay Thompson, and I'm getting out of there. Now we got the Timberwolves and the Warriors. All right. So we got Jimmy Butler. I said $14 tickets. All right. Now, Golden State, 2.5-point favorite. Total of 230.5. There are some horrible NBA games on tonight, but it ain't this one. Timberwolves 15-9, Warriors 13-12, and fighting. This will be a much better game. Now, we're taking Jimmy Butler on threes because 1 at plus money is excellent value. Number 2, you're going to get outside shots against Minnesota. They are monsters in the paint. This team is big. They're just big and physical. So what do you do against big and physical teams? Well, you'll take it to the paint, some of you, but you actually end up shooting outside a whole lot more because you're like, I ain't dealing with that. You want me going in against 2 7-footers? No. I'm 198 pounds. Hell no. You know what I mean? Now, Butler ain't 198, but you get the point. You're going to get a few extra outside shots tonight, which is why I like Butler. And not only on the one made, but as Nocho was talking about, the attempts, I dig it. You're going to get, like, I'm not saying that it's going to turn into, an all-star NBA Cup game. I'm not saying that. Steph Curry threes are at over 4.5, by the way. So it's even down one. Usually Steph's at 5.5. So there you go. But you're going to get a couple extra shots from outside. And that's all that we need. That's why I'm keeping it low. We don't, I'm not playing Steph needing 17 threes, right? Like, keep it low here, but we're going to get a couple extra shots out of it. So that's what we've got. Hey, join the crew. Yeah. And that's it. Well, like, and I'm going to say this. Let's just skip an afternoon show because there's just nothing. There are no games. So I don't want to drag you into a bunch of forced and bad bets. So let's just take Friday off. We'll be live Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. But I ran into the problem last night, Brad, and I realized it this morning, that sometimes at bad games, I don't want to throw too many bets at it. You know what I mean? And it's tough last night. And I don't want to do that again to everybody. So yeah, we'll just take the Friday afternoon off. That's all that we have. That's all the games that we have. So Brad, give me your picks. Let me put them back up here. Break it down what you got.
Going to the second division of Germany, just under 2 hours away, 11:30 a.m. Central Time. We've got a bet split between Dynamo Dresden taking on Eintracht Braunschweig. We're looking for the bet split. Like that is minus 150, minus 112. Putting those together gives us a minus 31 total odds.
Nice work, my boy. All right, now goal scores. What do we got?
We've got Kylian Mbappe playing Deportivo Alaves. Our boy Kylian at minus 118 is a gift line. And then Sterling, Erling, Bela Ciao, Haaland taking on our favorite non-drug team, Crystal Palace, for Manchester City in the Premier League. We're looking for Haaland to score anytime. And that's a great line at minus 125.
Minus 125. Nice work, my friend. Let's see what we got here. All right, I got Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes, minus 105. Jimmy Butler, 1 + 3, plus 105. And then the 76ers money line and the Grizzlies money line, minus 110. Brad, any final thoughts before we get out of here, bro?
Just be kind to others. And when somebody is kind to you, pay that kindness forward to somebody who's being unkind to you or somebody else. You don't know how much your kindness can really help change the mindset of somebody. Sometimes just your kindness can overarch what their negativity is bringing and help bring them into kindness. So even when somebody's mean to you, just be nice back to them.
Nice. Well said, man. I like that. And, I'll say a genuine thank you or a compliment really does go a long way. Like if somebody, if somebody came to you, and just said, Brad, that's just a great looking shirt, man. You look great today. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it really does just lift your spirits, when it's just, when it's genuine, a real genuine, like, dude, great haircut, man. It doesn't take much. And I agree with that, man. That's a great way to go about it.
Just about letting somebody know that you appreciate them, you recognize them, you acknowledge them. And for most people, that's really all they need.
It's awesome, man. No, it really is a gift. It really is a gift that you can give people when you give it just a genuine compliment, man, or a thank you, yeah, look, Addison said, well, I mean, I really do like his shirt. It's a great, see, Brad, look at you, man. Look, great shirt, hair looking good, teeth clean. My boy looking sharp today, doing it. Brad, it really is a nice shirt. Are you a maroon guy? It's not easy to be a maroon guy,
I mean, maybe so. I do have a number of maroon clothes. It's a good color, a very underrated color for men, I think.
Oh, it's a color of strength, right? Purple is royalty. You know what I mean? Look, now Matty Ice going with the Randall Mims motivational tactic. Give one insult a day, keep people grounded. Matty Ice and Randall Mims are best friends. They're the You know what? You need that too, though. You need it too.
Need a little balance. Thanks, Matt.
Oh my God, dude. It's funny. Like, we'll say something like in the text chain, like just me and like Randall and whoever, Davey Burke, you know, I didn't even say like whatever, like, but like in our group. And I'll say something like this morning, you know, like, hey, boys, let's get after it today. Going to be a good day. You know, Randall's like, yeah, it's a good day to get yelled at work. Like, and kidding. You know what I mean? Like, he's not being serious. Yeah. But if you ever don't get that, that's when I know that something's wrong. You know what I mean? Where, like, if I don't get, like, that type of an answer, I'm like, uh-oh, we got to go see. Something's wrong with Mims. We got to get Davey. Let's go check in. I'll pick you up. Let's go. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Tina, good to see you. Douglas, AB Brad are looking great today. Keep up the great work. See, Douglas, thank you, my friend. You know what? We're going to end it on that. Douglas set the tone for the day. My man. All right. Brad, excellent job. Crew, excellent job. All right. Unfortunately, take Friday afternoon off. There's just not a lot out there, and I don't want to be sending you money into bad spots, man. So, yeah. Have a good Friday off. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, Brad, crew, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's hit these bets, and we'll see y'all in the morning. Peace. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.